Chair of the State of Qatar for Islamic Area Studies at Waseda University. Abdullah, thank you so much for your time. Do you believe that Israel actually wants a response from Iran after the accusation from Tehran? The Israelis haven't admitted it, regarding the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. Does Israel understand that if they had indeed done that, there has to be a response from Tehran?
It's a very good question, and I think this is a question that many people are asking because taking an action like this and also infiltrating a sovereign space of Iran and killing their guests is basically calling for a war. And I think this is what Netanyahu's government wants to do, or Netanyahu himself. I don't think Israel itself and other institutions want to do this, but I believe it is Netanyahu who wants to do this. He wants to implicate Iran in a much wider war. He wants to get the US involved. He wants to get the region in turmoil, basically just to keep himself and keep himself in the government and avoid all the accusations and the court cases against him. But also he wants to get the US involved because he sees this as an opportunity to destroy Iran and get the US to help him in that sense and destroy what is known as its nuclear facilities and nuclear program, which he considers and some of the Israelis consider as a threat to them. So I think Israel is calling for it. It's calling for a war, and he wants to get Iran involved, and it's implicating the US and its allies into a much regional war, despite their will. So Israel is actually dictating the mode in the region, and this is a very dangerous move that they have carried out, and I don't think it will go without repercussions.
If that is Netanyahu's aim, how does he shore up enough support domestically? Do you think that's why these stories are emerging more and more frequently of people who are supposed to be extremely close to him politically? You have Gallant, for example, his defense minister, saying that it's the prime minister, Netanyahu, who keeps scuppering every single stage of the ceasefire negotiations. Is he trying to make his own cabinet and his own far-right government even more right-wing to get that support to be able to complete the mission you say he's on?
I think he is. I believe he's trying to get rid of his defense minister and also and the head of the Mossad. I believe he's trying his best to move the people who do not agree with him and bring his own people. He is taking an advantage of the regional and the global circumstances, where we have a lame duck in Washington at the moment, where decisions are going to be difficult to make. He knows that he can influence Washington to a very large extent, and he has friends there, and we've seen the standing ovations he got in the Congress. He's expecting that President Trump will come back to power, who's his ally and a closer ally than Biden, and of course his party is much more closer to Israel than the Democratic Party. Also, he sees the division within the region between Iran, some of the Arab countries, etc. And he sees that this is a great opportunity that he can take on Iran and go for a much larger aim of destroying the Iran nuclear facilities. Now, also, he also knows that Iran has a new leadership that has vowed to reopen to the world and to have a better diplomatic relations with the rest of the world, and it want to reconcile internationally and domestically. So this is a great opportunity for him to implicate Iran and to get Iran into a regional war where he's getting support from the US. So he feels powerful. He is manipulating everybody, and he's also manipulating the circumstances and the conditions that and using it to his own advantage.
Abdullah Baabood, thank you very much indeed for sharing your expertise.